Hello, hello. Is the frequency in use? Good evening. This is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Nothing heard. Let's see. If there's any emergency traffic, call 911. If you can't do that, let us know and we'll do it for you. Maybe you may jump in at any time if you have an emergency. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube, which is you can look it up on the search block K4PEW, my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, and just do a search there and you'll bring it right up. You'll also be able to look us up for some information on Simplex on 146.415.net, 146.415.net. And you can also see us on our groups.io page, which is groups.India Oscar, and then search for MJSS. And you'll bring us up. And you can get email reminders from that site if you so choose. You can also contact me at K4PEW@ARRL.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We conduct the net, of course, on 146.415 FM. And, of course, that's on Simplex. And hopefully we have some fun doing it. The purpose of the net is to have fun, to figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear. You can tune into the YouTube channel to hear what I hear of either your signal or someone else's, particularly if you can't hear them. If you can hear them, you don't need the YouTube channel. If you can hear everybody, you certainly don't need it, unless you just like looking at my radio. Anyway, a lot of people keep track. They keep a little list of who they can hear and can't hear. Maybe they just keep a list of who they can't hear. That way they can figure out what to do with their antenna. And a lot of the stations, in fact, many have improved their antennas and their stations to hear everyone better. It's kind of a personal challenge and a very intriguing hobby. We'll do announcements now. If anybody has any announcements, they can check in a second. But tonight, of course, we're doing the let me think, I didn't write it down ahead of time, which I normally do, which is we're doing the 2-meter net right now, and then we'll be doing the, see, what were we following that with? Get my good story straight on Saturdays. Let's see, we have the 2-meter net, and then we have the 2-meter sideband net on 144.240, and then we will have the 6-meter net on 50.135. I might have to go out and change my antenna because I didn't do that. So 50.135. Unless somebody else is prepared to do that for me, which would be kind of neat. If somebody would volunteer for that later, that'd be great, because I didn't switch over my antenna, which is a manual thing for me at this moment. And then, of course, tomorrow night is the 10-meter net. Well, also the buy, sell, swap, and swindle net, which comes immediately after the 2-meter net. And then we do the 2-meter sideband, and then we do the 6-meter upper sideband. So there's 4 things going on tonight. And then tomorrow is the 7:30 p.m. on 28.415, the 10-meter net, managed by Michael KM4YRF. That's at 7:30 Sunday night, so don't forget to do that. Of course, if you're on the system with the groups.io page, you automatically get those reminders. I think that's all. Does anybody have any additions to the announcements?
K4, K2.
Hey, Tony, I forgot about that. Go ahead.
K4, K2. Want to invite everybody to tune in and or participate in the Santa Net coming up, yes, on Christmas Eve, beginning at 7 p.m. right here on the mighty 146.415, and it'll be simulcast on the 446.415, as well as the YouTube channel for the Mount Juliet Simplex. And this year we're adding a Zoom channel for those moving outside the radio radius. Again, it'll begin at 7 p.m. on December 24th. That's Christmas Eve. Please, everybody, even if you don't have any little ones, you can feel free to check in and give Santa reports or carrot drops or suspicious going on. We'll take everything and anything. KF4, KFQ, back to this.
Very good. For those that you may not have been able to hear Tony, he's got a nice system over there, but there's some areas that he's kind of blocked out too, but I'll just repeat it. The Santa Net, which he does, this is his 19th year. It's a Santa Net, and it'll be done right here on 146 415. It'll also be simulcast on 446 415. It'll also be simulcast on Zoom, so you'll be able to. I'll also have it on the YouTube channel. Some pictorial that will go along with the audio. Yeah, just bring your kids, your grandkids, and even if you're or just a kid at heart, to be entertained by some of Tony's wonderful Santa and his helpers antics. I think you'll enjoy it. And again, at 7:30, it starts at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Christmas Eve, which of course is not. It's on the 24th. I think you already showed noticed that. Anyway, good to have you. Thanks for that reminder, Tony. And anyway, that's the additional announcement. Any questions about that? All right, very good. We'll be doing, like I said, those nets. Today is Saturday, the 28th of November, and it is net number 644. We'll be starting from the south on check-ins. We do the lightning round check-ins because we end up having in the mid-30s every time we do a net these days. So if you have something important you need to tell me, let me know, or announcement, or something that's important to the group. If not, you can always put it out. Remember on the information system there on the groups.io page. If you have something monstrous to tell everybody who's on the net. But anyway, just we want your name, your call, your name, and your location, so everybody knows where you are. And then of course I repeat that, hopefully correctly. I apologize in advance if I don't always remember who's calling, but that's why it's important. You give the name, the call, the name, and your location, which is great. So we'll just, without further ado, we'll start taking check-ins. Make sure I don't have anything else to talk about. No, I just wanted to mention that we had a really nice, in spite of it being low 40s this morning, we had 8 people show up for our coffee and donuts this morning, and if you wanted to gorge yourself on donuts, today was a good day to do it. And it really wasn't too bad as an hour or an hour and a half rolled on. It warmed up a little bit, so it wasn't terrible. But we had a good time, and like I said, the park wasn't real busy. Not in the 40s, low 40s. We will be doing another one of these in the second week in December. Might have to check and look at the calendar, but I'm not going to do it. But anyway, you'll get the reminders. Don't never fret. Anyway, let's start taking check-ins from the south. Please come now.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor Larry Rockville.
Couldn't hack it this morning, could you, Larry? We missed you.
I might see you boys next spring.
Yeah, I know it. I'm not sure we're going to be in the park. Maybe we can find a heated hut somewhere. Anyway, that's Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. I know Larry's been making the breakfast at least once a month. It's always good to have him. Who else is Sal?
Juliet.
All right, that's Eddie in Gladeville. Sorry you couldn't make it this morning. You would have froze nicely.
Yeah, I've been having allergy problems, so the more I stay out, the worse it gets. So I've been trying to stay in. Hope everybody's doing okay.
All right, Allergy Eddie in Gladeville, Whiskey 4, Echo, Bravo, X-Ray. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Jim in Woodbury.
All righty, Jim. I knew you weren't going to come up on your motorcycle today, I don't think.
No, I was working. Happy holidays to us in this industry. We get that day off, and we have to work before and the day after that to make up for it. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I was working.
All the more stuff to pick up, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Christmas is the same way. Except Christmas on Friday, I'm not real happy about that since we work Christmas Eve, and then the day after Christmas is Saturday, we got to work that day. Work that day too. It doesn't make us happy this year.
No, but it does pay the bills.
Yeah, it does do that. But anyway, good to hear everybody. I'm sorry I missed the frozen chosen coffee hour this morning.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, really. It was a little cool, though. I just wore a light jacket, and I said, man, I wish I brought my leather jacket.
All right, let me jump out of here and let somebody else have it. And doing a good job, Paul. Good to hear you. KE4TYJ.
Yeah, very good. That was Jim in Woodbury. He's got a nice system down there with a beam pointed in our general direction. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. And again, his name is Jim. Who else is Sal?
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor Larry near Murfreesboro. 50 watts, 5/8 wave vertical, about 25.
Ah, very good. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor Larry near Murfreesboro. How near?
I don't know, a few miles this way, and then a few miles to Smyrna, and maybe just a little bit farther to Lebanon.
Yeah, I got you. Now you're doing real good. Everything going well in your neck of the woods?
Yeah. Sun was shining, and enjoying the backyard, and enjoying the day. Well, I like to enjoy the day off, but the work phone still keeps going off. I'm like, we're closed. Bikini, come in. We're closed. They just don't figure it out.
Well, I know it. Well, just be happy you're in high demand.
Well, I'm just happy I have a job. I'll admit that. I am happy I have a job. It is a day off, but it is what it is, especially considering what might be looming.
Oh, I got you. Very good. That's Larry near Murfreesboro, the general vicinity. That's Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Good to have you in there, Larry. Who else is south?
W0 Chief had our mark in Nashville.
So November 4, Trump and Possum Trot.
Oh, Possum Trot came in last. Hold on there, Preston. And there was like a triple maybe. And we got Mark, the Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo. Mark, you sound good tonight.
Well, bless your heart. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, you're really reduced. Comes in. Well, you beat everybody else out, but then you're probably a little closer. I heard Preston in there, but I don't know who the other. Go ahead, Preston. One more time.
Kilo November 4, Charlie, Quebec, out here in Possum Trot. Over.
Oh man, you're almost ready for an award for missing nets. You know that, but you blew it.
I'm trying to hold out a couple more on the next go round. I appreciate you getting down there, Paul.
Yeah, very good, Preston. Everything going well for you? I haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Yes, sir. Same old here. Nothing new.
Well, this is the kind of weather where you're still working outside, right?
No, I have retired to an office position, so I'm doing pretty good on that aspect.
Ah, living the high life. They do with that office privilege.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh, I don't know. It's I always had a job. Well, for the last 40 years, I had an office job, but it required me to be outside about 80% of the time. So I like that better.
Well, you got it made now. That's for sure.
That's right. And now I'm holed up in the shack all day. Anyway, that's Preston. He's in Possum Trot, Kilo November 4, Charlie. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Charlie, Quebec. Kilo November 4. Yes. Wait, how come I got that wrong? I've got Charlie Bravo. Give me your call again. Did I mess that up?
Yeah, it's Kilo November 4, Charlie, Quebec.
Yeah, for some reason I wrote down a B in it. I knew it didn't work right as soon as I read it off. Anyway, it's Kilo November 4, Charlie, Quebec. Not Bravo. Charlie, Quebec. Who else is good to have you in there, Preston? Who else is south?
Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Bill Murfreesboro.
Ah, very good, Bill. You staying holed up for the season, of course?
Well, naturally, I don't want to get out and get cold.
No, it was. I kind of kicked myself this morning because it was cold. Even as I left, I said, I'll take some gloves. No, I don't need gloves. Well, I needed gloves. It was 40 degrees and breezy. Needs gloves. Anyway, good to have you in there. It's Bill in Murfreesboro, the good signal. Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Who else is south?
AR4AZ.
We're going to get you one of those breakfasts, but this weather, I'm surprised anybody shows up to.
Yeah. Y'all still meeting outside in the park, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we're masochists.
Definitely survivalists or something. That's for sure. Especially if it starts talking this weather like you're saying, maybe get a little snow flurry activity. What I said, Monday or Tuesday, whatever that is. And if you don't like the weather in Tennessee, Paul, you know what they always say: just hang around, it'll change. You doing all right?
Oh yeah, doing fantastic. Really, tonight it was a nice day. If it hadn't been windy, it would have been acceptable. It was a little breezy, and so it was a little bit cool. Anyway, no, we're doing good. We'll have to I'll have to find out if we can get into they have a community center there, and I wonder if it's open on Saturday mornings and we can reserve a room. That'd be kind of cool. All righty, that was Tim, and he's in Murfreesboro. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. You sounded great at that, Tim. Who else is south?
Kilo 4 Oscar Fox Oscar Donnie Hermitage.
Hey, Donnie. I was expecting to see you this morning. I remember you said you wanted to try and make it. Something must have come up.
Yeah, old age creeping up. Just plain forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I appreciate. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I have to show up. I can bring the coffee.
Well, I still get it on my list. I'm gonna start writing it down, and I'm gonna start tying a string around my finger.
All right, very good. That's Donnie. He's in Hermitage, south of me, about 5 miles. Kilo for Oscar, Foxtrot, Oscar. Yeah, again. Nobody has to be anywhere, and we always let's just like get together. Even when there was, I think it was 8 of us there this morning, which was really a couple more than I expected, given the temperature we had. Who else is south?
K4 ID6.
Hey, Mr. Hold Up in the basement. How you doing, Robin? You feeling better? Or don't answer that, maybe.
At the moment, yeah, I feel fine. Speak in fear of death.
Aha. Yeah, just yeah, hold. Yeah. Can you think you can hack it down there for how many more days?
Let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 more at a minimum.
Aha. Well, as long as you can keep your wife from getting it.
That's the plan.
Man, oh man. All right. Well, like I said, if you need anything, I know I can help you out, or somebody else will be able to. If you or your wife need something done, or picked up, or delivered, or whatever, let me know.
Thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah. I'm just anybody who hasn't had the COVID-19 thing is grateful that it didn't sneak up on them somewhere going to the store or gas station or whatever we do. And even in the morning, we tend to do some reasonable social distancing, because even though I spent most of my life in sales and management and shaking people's hands, and it feels awkward not doing it. Anyway, it's good to have you in there, Robin. Again, I hope you continue to feel okay. That's Kilo for India Delta Charlie. Hold up in his basement. Well, it's air conditioning and heated, so it's not such a big terrible place. But it's also his ham shack, so he's got something to do in his what do you call it? Confinement, I'll call it. Anyway, it's K4 PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex. Now, who else is south?
AC4 SFF.
Hey, you sound pretty good tonight. Let's get interrupted. I said, you sound pretty good tonight, Charles.
You can hear me? Because you couldn't hear me Wednesday night, and I'm on the same deal here. I'm trying to lower my power. I want to try to do it low. See if you can still hear me.
Now I can hear you fine, so the conditions must be good, because you're an S5 to me, Charles.
Yeah.
All right, very good. That's Charles in Smyrna. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot. So again, the conditions are pretty good, because last time I couldn't hear him for anything, so it's interesting. You didn't move the car or anything, did you? Or you moved your antenna on that between then and now?
I tried to put this bubble back in the truck last night, and I blew a fuse again. So I'm going to try to get over to Mike. I don't know what he said, maybe tomorrow or a few days or something. Set this radio up directly to the battery. Hope I don't have COVID. I feel awful tonight.
Well, I hope you don't either. I wouldn't want to inflict that thing on anybody. If you do, make sure to see the doctor immediately. Anyway, that's Charles in Smyrna, Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot. Who else is south?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken, Smyrna.
All right, Ken. Ken was at the breakfast this morning as well. How is your grandson working out? Was this problem serious?
No, sir. It was not any problem. He had a intestine twisted and blocked, and they did a massage on it, got it back where it was supposed to be.
Huh. That's interesting. Never heard anybody. I don't think I've ever heard anybody young having that problem.
Me either, but he did, because he's doing, I guess, a ton of exercise and getting ready to go in to the Army.
Yeah, I know, that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad everything's all right. I've had abdominal pain before, and it's not fun. I've never had that, though, but I've had some other issues related to that. It can be very painful. You're right. All right, well, very good. That's Ken. He's in where is he? Smyrna, Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. And at the breakfast and had to leave because he thought, well, the initial report was it might have been appendicitis on his grandson who lived with him. Thankfully, it wasn't that. Hopefully, this won't come back. Anyway, who else is Sal? Anybody else? We'll come back to South, to the east then.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India. James in Mount Juliet.
James, Mr. Quick Key, you doing all right there, James? I can't wait till this is all over. I'll be able to see your face again.
You don't remember what I look like?
Oh, I have a reasonably good idea. In fact, I even got you on video, so I can just look at it anytime I want to.
Well, suffer through it.
Very good. That's James, Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India. He's here right in Mount Juliet, almost in the middle. Of course, it's hard to find the middle in the city limits. It looks like I don't know what it looks like. It's a big mess, like a pick puzzle. Anyway, that was James, Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India. Who else is east?
TI4SIB.
Hey, good to see you this morning, Richard.
Good to be there. Check in SOR as well, if you would. Yeah, it was kind of chilly out there this morning, but I enjoyed it, and I hope everybody else did too. But y'all carry on, and thank you for what you do. I'll catch you when I can. KI4SIB back to net.
Very good. That was Richard. He was at the breakfast this morning, freezing with the rest of us. That's Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. And Stephanie, his better half, Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Who else is south or east? I mean,
KE4TW.
Signal sounds pretty good tonight, Wes. You doing anything different?
I'm on an HT in the car. I'm in Mount Juliet.
No, that's why it sounds so good. Sounded real clear. How far away are you from me?
Oh, I'm on Golden Bear Gateway, so 2 or 3 miles.
Oh, yeah, you sound good. You were doing 10 over there on that last transmission.
All right, KE4TW.
Yeah, that was Wes, mobile with an HT, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India here in Mount Juliet, on the east side of Mount Juliet. Who else is east?
Really?
Go ahead with the read.
Here, Wes will be happy to bore a hole in that car for him and put a decent antenna on it.
Did you hear that, Wes?
Oh, what?
Robin said he'd be happy to come over and bore a hole in that car to put a decent antenna in.
No, tell him I'll pass, thanks.
Did you copy that? He said, no, thanks.
Well, at least he's polite.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he could have said, hell no.
I'm pretty sure that's what he really said after he unkeyed.
Oh, it could have been. Anyway. Yep. Where was I? Oh, yes. Who else is east? Please go on.
Reject.
Yeah. Did you say reject?
Yeah, that too. No, I meant to tell you a minute ago when I checked in that I'm hearing some folks from Murfreesboro tonight for the first time. I don't know if it's conditions, I'm sure, but I've heard about 4 or 5 folks from down there that I usually don't hear.
Yeah, I did notice the conditions were much better when I heard Charles on his radio, and it was really a good signal. So Murfreesboro was nice, a clean shot apparently to you as well.
It's getting there. I think the leaves off the tree may have a little something to do with it, but I ain't gonna swear to nothing. Y'all carry on. Thank you for what you do. KI4SIB, KS73.
Yeah, we always make these prognostications on why propagation is good. I've heard if it's foggy, it can be good. If it's not foggy, it can be good. If it's raining, it can be good. If it's not raining, it can be. If it's cold, it's going to be good. If it's warm, it could be good. And if the trees are down or off the, we give every reason in the book because we really don't know.
You're right about that. Weatherman don't know how to predict nothing. He just sitting there pinch hitting.
Well, most of the time it's just because you ain't holding your mouth right.
But of course.
All righty. That was Richard just pointing out how well he could hear from up there in west of downtown Lebanon. How well he could hear the station south down in Murfreesboro and Smyrna. Who else is east? Please come in. Over to the north. Please come in.
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo, Danny Henderson.
Hey, Danny. I'm going to have to email you. I got a question for you about microphones and the like. You doing all right?
Yeah, not too bad. I can't complain. Well, I can, but wouldn't do any good. But no, holding in there.
Yeah, you're one of the few of the, you're not You're not as old as me, but you're not exactly a young person. You're the only one I know of this age, of your age, that has a young person living with him in the house. Well, no, that's not true. Anyway, his own child who lives in the house. Let me call it.
Yeah, I got both my girls here. My older daughter, she had an apartment for a year, and her class schedule got pretty thick and whatever else. She moved home when her lease was up, and so I got both my girls here. Neither one of them are home tonight, big shock. But yep, still got legal dependents here.
Yeah, that's good and bad. It's well, I bet in your case, I think it's pretty good. There's a reason. I was glad I didn't have girls. I had 3 boys. I was glad I didn't have girls because I knew I'd be a mental mess about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I'm grateful for them. They'll be going on with their lives soon enough, and I don't care what time that or what day that comes. That'll be too soon for me.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like that'd be good though. I kind of wish I had girls. I was hoping for one actually, and it just didn't work out that way. Anyway, that was Danny. He's in Hendersonville. Good signal. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo. Who else is north?
KB9RKK, Franklin, Northwest Mount Juliet.
All righty. The other frozen chosen Simplexton today. How you doing, Frank?
Oh, doing good. Went out to dinner and probably ate too much, but I didn't get a food coma, so I was able to make the net.
Yeah, I'd play a recording of Happy Birthday for you for today, but I think it's illegal.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I don't like them anymore.
No, I don't imagine so. I gave up on worrying about liking them. I mean, I thought that 50 was a big deal. Then I thought 60 was a big deal. 70's not that big a deal. I'm past that one.
Well, so this way, I want to keep getting them because that means I'm alive, but I don't want to count them anymore.
No, that was why Jack Benny, who I'm sure you know who he is, and he said he was, whenever anybody asked him, he said he was 39 years old.
Yep. I had a coworker like that. He stopped at 39. He never made it to 40, even though, he's well in his 60s right now.
Yeah, it's hilarious. When you're young, when you're a teenager, you think anybody who's 30 something is ancient. If they're over 40, they might as well be your grandfather.
Oh, yeah. I used to remember that. Yeah. Now I'm looking and going, what was I thinking?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Well, it is. It's just a matter of, I mean, what's funny is that even though most people, as they grow older, uh, they can't believe that they've gotten to that stage in life physically, but they often still say, I still think like a kid, though. So you don't think old, you think young. I don't think any kid thinks I think young. I know they don't. Anyway, that's Frank. He's in Northwest Mount Juliet, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else? And a great signal, of course, as always. Who else is north? All right, I had a good double in there, but I did hear Mark through the muddled mess. Might have been a triple. Anyway, it's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. We're going to get you over to, when's the next time you think, should we pencil you in for sometime late fall next year in the breakfast?
Well, I have a real problem with 8 o'clock in the morning these days. Not so much the COVID, it's the hour.
Oh, I get it. I partially because my wife works and has to get up early, but I have a hard time getting past 6 o'clock in the morning. It really is. I've been doing it for so long in my life. I just get used to getting up early. I don't necessarily. Sometimes I go back to bed a couple hours later, but or I'll take a nap in the afternoon. But getting up early is just part of my DNA.
Yeah, we're into the 70s TV shows, Mannix and Cannon and all those, and they don't run those until the wee hours of the morning. So you stay up all night, you got to sleep in.
Okay, I got a question for you about Mannix, for those that don't know Mannix. Okay, how many times can he actually get thrown out of a car?
I don't know how many episodes there were.
It seems like every episode he was being thrown, jumped out of, or falling out of a car.
Yep, and he also gets bashed on the back of the head with the butt of a revolver.
Yeah, I did like the show though. That was one of my favorites back in the, I guess, late '60s, early '70s. I don't remember how long it was on.
Well, MeTV has it now, so set your DVR. They're some of those old shows, the Twilight Zone and the Alfred Hitchcock and Cannon, and those are better than what we have to pick from that's current.
Oh, I believe that in many cases. Yes, you're right. It's well, it's also what you were familiar with too. I mean, you probably saw all the episodes originally on Mannix, and now it's a delight to see them again.
Yep. And the black and white ones don't even bother me. Don't even notice it after you watch them for a few minutes. So. Anyway, Perry Mason is another one. That's another regular for it.
Yeah, Perry Mason. I don't remember when that show started, but I remember I was pretty young the first time I saw Perry Mason. It had to be in the early '60s.
Oh, I think it was in the late '50s. And Della Street is still a fox.
Yeah, you're right. It's really funny. Anyway, that was Mark. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar. Thinking about old world television when there was only two or three channels and everything was in black and white. Who else is north?
W3, JCH, Justin and Galvin. And for Victor Charlie.
Hey, November 4, Victor Charlie. Haven't heard from you in a while. Now, wait, hold on one second. We had Justin, Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie Hotel. How you doing, Justin?
Man, I'm great. I just want to talk about like you were talking about the signal. It's great. I mean, we're hearing all kinds of people we don't normally hear. Like KI4SIB sounds like in our back door. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, no, it is. Like I said, the conditions do change, and I know I've heard it more than a few times that people didn't realize, especially if you're on repeaters, you don't realize the only thing you hear on repeaters, for instance, where there's conditions is when you can hear another repeater, 100 miles away, and you'll hear them, on a local repeater. But they don't think about that affecting 2-meter simplex operations, but it certainly does.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, just right before we got on the net, I was scanning the frequencies and heard the CW come up for the McMinnville, Tennessee repeater, and it's one we rarely ever hear. So yeah, there's a broadcasting going on tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. No, it's good. The signals are all very good tonight. Even like I said, last week I couldn't hear Charles in Smyrna and hear this our last net, and I couldn't hear him at all. And to be a relay, and tonight it's like I said, an S5, and he's on low power. Well, very good, Justin. Good to have you in there. That's Whiskey 3 Juliet Charlie Hotel. Who else is? I had Alan in there. I think it was November 4 Victor Charlie. How you doing tonight? You sound good.
Yeah, doing pretty good, and just Mobile here at the moment, up in White House. Yeah, I haven't been in a while. I've listened to you in and out, but sometimes I'm not so where I can get in that simplex. But yeah, you're a good 20, 30 over 9 at the moment. Still running the 5 watts and a mag mount over.
Oh yeah, big. You've got to have more than 5. Or are you just trying to conserve your battery?
I got an HT. I have a little amp that I hook up sometimes, but I don't have it right now.
Ah, very good. Well, being mobile in White House on 5 watts on a mag mount, and I can hear you. That's really doing very good.
Yeah, being on a hilltop helps as well. If I get down the valley, I don't lose you, but you lose me, of course. I did hear some of those guys in there. Sorry to hear Robin's under the weather, but at least he got locked in his ham shack, and the contest this weekend. I was hearing some BKs on 10 meters earlier.
Ah, cool. By the way, you were bumping up against S5 on this last transmission, so you're doing real good. Yeah, I think Robin may be fibbing, and his wife has actually just reduced him to being chattel and making him live in the basement.
Yeah, like a gopher, yeah. Well, good to hear you, and have a caught you on 10 meters. 10 meters is getting going since the solar flux is up to 105 or 107 or something. We're in the new cycle, so that's perked up 10 meters for F-layer skip considerably over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, 10 meters has been open almost every day this week, which was kind of neat for everybody. I mean, when I can hear an Argentine station during the day, with a big signal, it's 10 meters is wide open.
Yeah, they were jam-packed. If you want to see if the band's open, just wait for the contest. Yeah, 10 was open all over today, including about 4:30. The BKs started coming through on 10. I haven't heard them in a couple of years. And I heard the JAs were coming through on 15 pretty good. So we will hopefully keep going 10-meter contest, which is what, a couple of weeks, should be pretty good this year.
Ah, yeah, very good. I'll make a note of that. I know I do look at that schedule. Anyway, that's Alan. He's in a White House, 5 watts, mag mount, mobile, November 4, Victor Charlie with a big C. It's about an S5, S4 to S5. So conditions I know are very good on 5 watts from White House. That's a pretty good stretch, although it's due north of me. I'm not sure. Can anybody else hear Alan?
Oh, yeah, I'm barely up here in Bonava. Well, White House got good elevation.
Yeah. Did you want to check in now? Because we missed you on the first go around.
Sure, and for DJTX, busy. I just remembered that was going.
Oh yeah, very good. That's Don in Bon Aqua. You have a good signal tonight as well. So the conditions are very good.
Yeah, I'm hearing the Bon Aqua Q5.
Was that you, Alan, saying that?
Yeah, Q5. I've heard the guy in Smyrna, W Victor's 4 something. Hearing the guy in Smyrna quite well.
Yeah, that's excellent. Don, well, you just got in there, so I don't know you don't know who all you were copying, obviously, but it would have been nice to know if you could hear some of those other stations around here.
I heard a couple before I keep up. I was only listening maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, but yeah, I heard a couple, and they're kind of weak. I didn't hear any big ones from that. Even you were kind of a little weak to me today, too. I had to check my charts to make sure everything was great, but everything's good. That's the rest of us. But, you know, it's really parts truck on the ridge over there, and that block signal.
Yep, that's November 4, Delta, Juliet, Tango, Don in Bon Aqua with a nice signal tonight. Usually a nice signal anyway. Who else is, where was I? North, please come in.
Alpha 4, Delta Echo, Daniel, Mount Juliet.
All right, I got Daniel in Mount Juliet, Alpha 4, Delta Echo. Heard another station in there, Daniel. Let me move on. We're already running a little longer than I wanted to, but who else was North?
Kilo Oscar 4, Juliet, November, Yankee, Carlos, Hendersonville.
Hey, Carlos, you sound really good tonight. Of course, again, coming across. Are you down in the park again?
Yes, sir. I live right next to it, so I'm in my truck outside in my driveway.
Okay, very good. Must have been breezy for you today too.
A little bit, bearable, but a little bit.
Yeah, very good. That's Carlos. He's in Hendersonville, right adjacent to the Sanders. Is it Sanders Ferry Park? That's what it is, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kilo Oscar 4, Juliet, November Yankee. And again, good signal to hear, but it's almost a direct shot right across the lake over to Mount Juliet. Good to have you in there, Carlos. Who else is next north?
Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra, Paul, North Mount Juliet.
Hey, Paul, good to have you in there. Good signal, but that's kind of I think you already knew that.
Close enough, I think.
Yeah, very good. That was Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra, Paul here at the other Paul in Mount Juliet with a big signal, of course. Who else is north?
Kilo Uniform 4, X-Ray, Quebec.
Kilo Uniform 4, X-Ray, Quebec. Gosh, who is that? Is that Tim?
Hello, Paul. Everybody on net. I'll be quick in and out so you can get things over with, brother.
You almost, I think you should have gotten an award for missing so many nets.
I know, I'm horrible. I apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize. You never have to say you're sorry on our nets. There's no requirements to check in. There's no requirements to not check in. There's just no requirements.
I forget I have a radio.
I'm with you. Very good. I hope everything's going well for you.
Oh yeah, we're making it, brother. Just waiting for this year to be over.
Oh man, don't even ask me about that. We were talking about that briefly this morning, and I don't expect this whole mess to be over for possibly another 8 to 12 months.
Yeah, that's what we were figuring. We were figuring by 4th of July, things ought to be calmed down, you know.
Well, very quickly said, what kind of precautions do they take on vehicle cleanliness when the people at the place have to handle steering wheels and ignition keys and stick shifts and shifters, and how do you handle that?
Yeah, they don't. That's why I got it. So they wear a mask out on the service lane and in the shop. Nobody's wearing them, and we get the airbags in where we got to pull the snotty rags and stuff out, but we just have to deal with it. I guarantee that's how I got it. So, but I got it, so I guess I'm good for a while.
All right, very good. And I forget, you're actually in Gallatin yourself? I forget.
No, I'm over here in Hendersonville, over here by the
Oh, that's right. You're in Henderson. For some reason, I was thinking over there in Gallatin. Anyway, that's Tim, Kilo Uniform 4 X-Ray Quebec, and he got the COVID too. I guess you can't take enough precautions. And I really hope I don't get it, but we'll see. Anyway, Kilo Uniform 4 X-Ray Quebec. Who else is in? And that's in Henderson. Who else is north?
K4WK.
All right, Steve. Good to hear you in there. Yeah, I fell asleep. I don't know. No, I didn't fall asleep. I said, yeah, I'm going to check into the net last night. I'm going to do it. And all of a sudden I go, yeah, it's 7:45.
Well, that's funny because I fell asleep at the beginning of the net.
Oh, did you get many check-ins? Did you get any patient people?
Yeah, I did.
Very good. How many are you getting on average now?
About 10, 11.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's great. Well, I can remember when it was a lot less.
Yeah, that's true. You got perseverance.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what it takes. It just takes a while. Everybody's got to get used to it, and not everybody knows about it. And we still are getting new people in here, every month or so. I mean, they just hear about it, or they've been here and then they want to check in. So yeah, it's just a matter of perseverance. That was Steve, Kilo 4 Whiskey Kilo Uniform. He is about 65 miles north, just north of Bowling Green to me, almost due north. Good to have you in there, Steve. And I try to check into your net. And by the way, that's the net that's done on Thursdays and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. on 146,430. He does a Simplex net twice a week, similar to ours, but from a different location. And not everybody can hear Bowling Green, so it's a little tough for many people here in Middle Tennessee. Excuse me. Very good, Steve. Who else is north? Very good. Glad to hear it. I'm glad you can. That was Charles. He said he can hear Steve. Charles is down in Smyrna, so it's making it that far south. Anybody else north? Please come in. All right. Any late check-ins?
What about west?
Oh, did I not call? That's right. We started with south. Well, now we don't like west today. West is no. Forget about you guys. No, west. Please come now.
Kilowatt Golf 4 Foxtrot Yankee Hotel. Jonathan and Jolton.
All righty. That was Johnny and Jolton. It's Johnny, right?
Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jonathan. Jolton. Yeah, I hadn't heard from you a little bit. You doing okay?
I'm doing pretty well. Been a little bit too busy to make it in here to the net, but I made it tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I even have to sometimes, and I've been doing this for over 6 years, and I still have to remind myself. It sounds so funny. I'll be a Saturday. Oh yeah, it's Saturday. I got to do the net. You'd think it'd be automatic, but it isn't.
It's a good thing to try to shoot for. It gives me something to plan for on Saturday evening.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. You think you'd get tired of it. I mean, you think I'd get tired of it after a while, but I really don't. I enjoy doing the net. I know it's I don't know, maybe it sounds self-serving, but I almost sometimes think, I don't think this all the time, but it's almost like a public service because it gives everybody a chance to hear not me necessarily, everybody can hear me more or less, but for other people to hear other people and how well they're doing on their station.
Exactly, and I'm glad you do it. I'm thankful. It's fun to keep track and see who I can hear on what night.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it a great deal for a long time, but I didn't realize how many people do tend to write down, who checked in or who they can't hear that they know checked. In fact, tonight I was quite surprised. I looked up. I can't usually follow the YouTube. I just don't pay any attention to who puts stuff on YouTube on those comments, and I only occasionally will glance at it to see whose signal strength. I mean, I look lots, but I just noticed earlier I glanced up and there was 17 people watching the YouTube video, which was shocking to me because I never realized it would get that high.
I almost always watch just so I can see what my receive strength is on your side. I think it's pretty fascinating.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's just a neat feature. That's all. I don't know anybody else who does this, but I don't care who else does it. I mean, we do it, and some people seem to like it, and that's all that matters. And it doesn't cost me anything to do it.
Girlfriend's one.
Hello, who is that? I heard a couple of people in there.
Give me 5 easy if it's your girlfriend's one.
Yeah, maybe. That's why I had to take my face off, but I didn't want anybody looking at me. All right, very good. That was Jonathan. Did I write that down wrong? Is it Kilo Charlie 4?
Kilo Golf 4.
I see. I missed putting a little thingy on the top of the bottom of the C there. It just didn't look right. That's why I had to ask. I was pretty sure it was golf, but knowing my memory as it fades, I don't always know if I'm right or wrong. That's why I asked. Anyway, it's Kilo Golf 4 Foxtrot Yankee Hotel, and that's Jonathan in Joel. It's good to have you in there, Jonathan. I'm good. Things are going well. Who else is north or west?
AM4YRS, Mike in Belshire.
Yeah, I got to take home like 5 of those fritters today, man. It's like I had to put extra supports underneath the refrigerator.
Better you than me.
Well, I told my wife, I put them in a big plastic bag and sealed them up. And my wife was digging around in there for dinner tonight. She goes, "The heck is in that bag?" I said, "Just leave it alone."
It was a fun time, though. A little cool, but we had a good time anyway.
Well, you know, I don't know if I said it, but see, ordinary men wouldn't be able to take it.
You're right about that.
It was pretty cool. That's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Michael, he's in Belshire. Who else is west?
November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Rick, Ashland City.
Yeah, it was good to have you there as well, Rick. I'm glad you can make the trip.
Yeah, me too, man. I really had a good time. Still kind of chill, but it's all good. Listen, man, Richard was rearranging my furniture. I can hear the guy at White House going 5 watts. Crazy, like that's really nice.
Yeah, that is nice. I don't know if everybody heard that, but Rick says he could hear at 5 watts from White House, and he could hear Richard over in Lebanon really good, and it's really an excellent night for propagation because he's over in Ashland City.
Yeah, I got bowling great too.
Oh, wow, terrific. Yeah, it'd be nice. Are you still there, Steve? I was hoping he'd still be there to see if he was here hearing you right now.
Hey, Bob.
Yo.
Yeah, it's been really nice. I'm going to try and fix part of my ground noise tomorrow. I have bought a 8-foot copper-clad ground rod and the material to attach it to my mast pole, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. So, tell Rick we're going to try.
Ah, very good. Rick Rick was able to hear you, though.
Yeah, well, see, I could probably hear him if I could turn the squelch back far enough to hear him. But with this noise I've got, which is not about 3 issues, he's right down in the middle of it.
Oh, I got you. He's going to try to fix that noise issue he's having on the receive end over there, Richard, and Rick. And Richard is trying to resolve that with a ground rod system he's got over there. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I hope the conditions are as good next time.
Comment for 2. Carry on. Carry for us, happy.
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Yes, Danny, WE4. Richard, after you pound that, you'll make sure and bond that ground rod to the electrical service ground that comes in by the meter base. One good lightning strike, you'll be sorry you didn't. The potential between the 2 rods can get severe. Thank you for the advice. I'll take it. Run with it. I can confirm that.
Yeah, you don't want a difference in potential then. Very good. That was Rick and Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He's in Ashland City. Anybody else, Wes?
KG4 CXE, Chris and Donald. Jack and Donald.
Hey, Jack. And hold on one second. Kilo Golf 4. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. That was Chris. A little too cold for you this morning.
Yeah, man, we've got to get a fire in a can out there before I can come out.
Very good. No, it was colder than I would have liked. Like I said, I wish I'd wore a leather jacket. But I did hear Jack in there. I got to meet Jack for the first time. He was also there this morning. How you doing, Jack? Did you warm up finally?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad I had my leather jacket. And Bowling Green was coming in like S5, and usually can't even pick him up.
Oh, yeah. No, that's he's got a little 5-element beam, and he has reasonable elevation. But usually, if you don't have a good elevation or a beam, you can't, or both, you can't. Nobody can hear Steve really, at least down at this latitude where you and I are.
Well, he sounded really good tonight.
Yeah, I think he did. It sounded great. Well, very good. It was good to finally meet you, Jack. All I ever did was meet you here on the air, of course, which isn't a bad place to do it. But that's what's neat about getting together periodically is actually getting to know people better and seeing them face to face. And I have to. So like I said, now I got to paint. I painted a beard on your face now. That's true. You get these images of what you think people look like, and it's not even close. I know that my wife would do this. She thought Richard's voice, who has a very deep, kind of a booming voice, and she thought she says, is he from Texas? I said, why would you say that? She goes, he sounds like a big Texan. I said, well, he's not very big, and he's not from Texas. He's there from Mount Juliet.
Well, it was nice meeting those people that were there today, and I had a good time, and nice to meet you, finally.
Very good. Good to meet you, Jack. And anyways, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, and he's in Donaldson. Who else? And then Chris was in Donaldson as well. The Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is West?
It's not that I'm tall, dark, and handsome. Actually, I'm short, fat, and ugly, Carol.
Oh, don't flatter yourself.
I know, right?
Who else? Who was that? I didn't catch who was on it.
Yeah, and for VC Mobile, out here in Ashland City, and the guy in Bowling Green, of course, over.
Very good. So you're here in Ashland City up there in Mobile. Did you hear that, Rick? I'm not sure who that was because the signal just went really terrible. Who else was copying that last signal?
That was Rick.
Okay, I thought it was. I just couldn't make it out. All of a sudden, it went crazy. Anyway, we had to brag about it, so they turned off the power on the propagation. Anybody else, Wes?
It ain't in UT.
Hey, you sound pretty good there, Carl. You doing well?
Doing good.
Very good. Your signal sounds pretty good tonight. Are you here? Are you been on long? And were you able to hear many people?
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of interference tonight, but for the most part, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's just we had some pretty good propagation today with good signals. And all right. Well, I'm glad you're in there. I'm glad you were able to check in. Is there anybody else at West? Oh, by the way, that was November 8, November Uniform Tango. That's Carl, and he is in I think he told me the ghetto side of Franklin. No, that was Tom who said that. That's right. Who else is West? All righty. Lurkers, sandbaggers, and lollygaggers come next. Anybody out there? Late check-ins? Anybody? All right. Then we had 34 check-ins. We'll leave it there. People can still check in later when we're messing around here. But anybody got anything to buy, sell, or swap, or steal? We got nothing?
I got one thing, Paul.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, no, I have two things. MFG 993B tuner, top shelf condition, work fine, lasts a long time, surplus to my needs. You can contact me at wv4uicloud.com. We've also got a Alpha 78 in beautiful shape, recently serviced by Dick Berg. I'm pretty sure I have to pull the lid off. See, I think it's got the Peter Dahl Hypersil transformer, or the Peter Dahl transformer with the Hypersil. 3-tube. We'll make legal limit and then some all day long. And I have a full spare set of 8874s. And I don't know if you shop for those lately, but contact me directly, wv4e@icloud.com.
All righty, two things from Danny in Hendersonville. He's got an MFJ 993 Bravo tuner in excellent condition for sale, as well as an Alpha 78 amplifier. Legal limit to 3-tube with the 8874s, and he has a spare set of tubes that goes with it. It's, again, legal limits. You mentioned something about a transformer, but I'm not sure I know what that is. But it's got the fancy transformer. How's that sound, Danny?
Yeah, it's got the good one.
It's got the good transformer. All right, very good. Yeah, I'm not familiar with those amplifiers. All right, very good. You can contact him at Whiskey Echo 4 Echo at iCloud. That's India Charlie Lima Oscar Uniform Delta dot, and that's com, isn't it?
Yes, sir. iCloud.com.
Yeah, iCloud.com. India, well, and iCloud.com. You can figure that out. And if you can, Danny, post that on the group. That would be the best way to get it out, because here you're going to have 30 or 40, and on the net you're going to have 120 something.
Yeah, gotcha. I literally just sort of came into my head as you mentioned buy, sell, and swap. So I mentioned it. But yeah, I'll post.
Very good, and they worked well the last time you turned them on. That's a common. Well, it would anyway. Nobody want to sell a piece of junk, at least not, and keep their reputation. Does anybody else got anything to buy, sell, swap, or swindle? They want to buy something? Let us know. Or sell something, or give away something. All righty. Let's see. We're going to move on to the 2-meter sideband. And does anybody? I want to run out and change my antenna on the 2-meter from the 10-meter to the 6-meter tonight. I need to do this. Does anybody want to do the 2-meter sideband tonight? Can anybody do that?
I can do it, Paul.
Okay, that'd be terrific. So check me in on 2-meter sideband. Give me a count when you're done. I'm going to run outside and do my antenna change, and I'll be right back.
Got you. Okay, let's switch over to 2-meter sideband. See you there. Okay, here we are on 2-meter sideband. This is Mike, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, and we're going to be taking check-ins from the south, so please come now.
WZR, Mark in Nashville.
Okay, Mark, thank you for your check-in. Who else is south? Anybody else south? Okay, over to the east. If you're in the east and want to check into the upper sideband net, now's your chance. Got to be somebody in the east. Call now. Okay, moving over to the north. Now's your chance to check into the upper sideband net. Kilo Rhode Island, Romeo Kilo, Frank in Northwest Juliet. Okay, I got Frank, KB9RKK, and there's someone else in there, so please call now. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo, Danny in Hendersonville. All right, thank you, Danny, for your check-in. Sounding great tonight. Thank you, Mike. You too. Who else is north? Please call now. WB0NOO, Mark in Northwest Loop. Okay, Mark, got your check-in. WB0NOO, sounding great. Anyone else north, please call now. Okay, switching over to the west. If you're in the west, now's your chance. Okay, Don, thank you for that check-in. Sounding great tonight as usual. How are you doing? Tomorrow morning, I'm out of here. I hear you, buddy. Thank you for your check-in. Anybody else west, please call now. KG4 CXD, Kristen Dahl. Okay, Chris, got your check-in. Sounding great. Who else is west? Nobody else west? Okay. Last time for check-ins for 2-meter upper sideband. Please call now.
You might as well make sure you heard me. K4 PEW. You know, I can barely hear Don. How are you copping down out in Bon Aqua?
I had a great copy on Don.
Okay, not very. He was really, at first I couldn't hear him barely at all, and then he just came in a little better. So obviously the conditions are a little bit different.
Yep, I think you're right. You know, I'm not. You'll barely be able to hear me on 6 meters for sure.
Well, that's why I had to go over to 6 meters, man. I got to make up for your losses, you know.
I hear you. We had 8 check-ins. I'm going to start from the bottom. We had KG4CXE Chris. We had N4DJT Don. We had WB0NOO Mark. WE4E Danny. KB9RKK Frank. We had Mark. W0GZR. We had yours truly, KM4YRS, and Paul, K4PEW. Back to you, Paul.
Ah, very good. All right. Well, you go ahead. If you do, go ahead and announce on 2 meters where we're going to over to the 6 meter side, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll do it. KM4YRS QSY.
Who is the additional check-in? I didn't hear that.
KR4AZ.
Hey, very good, Tim. You're coming in good.
Okay, I don't have nothing for 6, so y'all have a good. Appreciate it.
All right, Tim. You know, you checked in fine. You sound fantastic.
I got you, Tim. Thank you for checking in. Yes, sir. Y'all have good.
All righty. We're going for everybody who does have 6 meters. We're going over there right now on 50.135 upper sideband. K4PEW QSY.
WE40.
All righty, we're doing the 6 meter portion of the 6 meter upper sideband on 50.135, and this is K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Night Saturday night, net Saturday night. Any check-ins from we're going to start like we did before. Start from the south, please come down.
Kilo 4 Oscar Fox Oscar, and also when you get a chance, I need to change your antenna to 10 6 meters.
Change which antenna from 10? Yeah, well, it's back on 6 meters. I mean, it's what are you saying? I missed it.
Yeah, how you changing that? You got it on a lengthen it, shorten it, so forth.
Oh no, in this case, I actually because I only have 2 feed lines. I only have 1 feed line for 2 antennas, so I have to physically go out and hook up one to the other, to the other antenna. Yeah, very good. Who else is good? That was Donnie. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. Who else is Sal?
Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo.
All right, I got you in there, Mark. You sound well. Whiskey Golf Zulu Romeo here in southeast Nashville. Who else is north? Where I was. Where was I? I started in the south. Please come down. Anybody else south? Please come down. Over to the east, please. East of Mount Juliet. We have anybody checking in east? Please come down. Got nothing. Up to the north then.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Whiskey Echo 4 Echo, Danny in Hendersonville.
All righty. I had Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Frank in northwest Mount Juliet, and I also had Danny Whiskey Echo 4 Echo in Hendersonville. Good signal from both. Who else is north? That's where I was. Yeah, north.
Tango Sierra Paul, North Mount Juliet.
Ah, very good, Paul. I had you in there just a second ago. Hold on. Anyway, it's Echo Tango Sierra. Whiskey 4 Echo Tango Sierra Paul here in Mount Juliet. Who else is wherever I was, north?
That's Kilo Charlie 9 for Paul.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I was looking at somebody else's call there when I wrote that down. It's Kilo Charlie 9. Kilo Charlie 9. Sorry about that, Paul. Who else is north? To the west, then, please come down. Yeah, hold on, Jack. I believe I heard. Is that you, Michael, in there with that slim signal? I said, was that yes? All right, sounds good. It's Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. I'm getting my letters all mixed up today. And that's Michael in Belshire on a really shabby antenna at the moment. And I had, who else did I have in there? Oh, I had Jack in there. Wherever Jack is, I'm writing it down. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and he's also in Donaldson. Who else is north? North or west? Anywhere?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Ah, you sound good, Tom. Sounds great. Your room must be running that big power again.
Yeah, it's a kilowatt. No big deal.
Well, it's a big deal since it's 10 times as much as most of us.
Yeah, but I'm a lot farther away, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get a couple of dB out of that. Let's see, that would work out to be it's about 3 or 4 dB over me, probably.
Every little bit helps up here.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. Anyway, there was Don and Bon Aqua running 100 watts. Who else is, anybody else anywhere, any place?
KG4 CXE, Chris and Dalton.
Ah, very good. Did I miss you a minute ago?
No.
Oh, okay, very good. I thought I might have doubled with somebody. That is Chris and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Anybody else late check-in or anywhere, really? Is anybody copying anything I'm not? Is anybody hearing voices like I'm not? Well, very good. We had, hold on. We had 10 check-ins on 6 meters. I'll do a quick rundown. Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo, Chris and Donaldson. We had Don in Bon Aqua, November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Michael KM, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Belshire. We had Paul, Kilo Golf. You get that screwed up again. It's Kilo Golf. Man, I screwed it up on you, Paul. I can't read my writing and my memory just failed me. I know it's 9 Echo Tango Sierra. What's the first two again?
Kilo Charlie 9, Norris.
Well, again, trying to jive my memory along with my poor writing here, trying to write fast, and I shouldn't do that. But anyway, it's Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra Paul in Mount Juliet. Sorry about that again. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo Danny in Hendersonville. Whiskey Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Frank in northwest Mount Juliet, and it's Kilo Bravo 9. I mean, what did I just say? It's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo again with the writing issue. Whiskey Z, and he had Frank's in northwest Mount Juliet, and we had Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo, and that is Mark in southeast Nashville. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar Donnie in here in just south of me in Hermitage, on the east side of Mount Juliet Road. And last, but not least, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. And the only reason I throw in those mistakes, by the way, just to make everybody realize I'm still human. So I appreciate your patience on that. And hope everybody has a great night. Closing the net. We had, it's a good night, another good night with a lot of participation. And I'm really grateful that everybody finds it useful. So we'll catch you later. Have a good night. And let's not be cold these next few days. K4PEW, closing the net.
Hey, Don, F9 to 10 over in Hendersonville. And you